Here we go, everyone. My name's Johnny. I am creative producer, creative executive, writer, and host over at Open Doors. And today I'm here with Saratonin, DJ and producer. And we're going to just start off with an easy question. Can you give me a little introduction into who Saratonin is, please?
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me. It's very much so an honor. um, so I have been DJing for about since June of 2017. So it's actually been 3 years now. Wow. So I am born and raised in Houston, Texas, and yeah, music is my life. It's my complete passion, and I've always been really spiritual as well. So I really wanted to combine the two and make it my career. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. What first inspired you to want to DJ?
What first inspired me to DJ was I started listening to dubstep when I was in like summer of 7th grade. So I was like 12 years old. 13. No, it was 13. So I fell in love with it and thought it was super weird. I've always liked weird things the most, but my favorite creative expression has always been music. I've been always super passionate about music since I was really, really, really young. Particularly bass music, like hip hop and R&B was like what I really loved whenever I was really young. And then when I got older in middle school, it was a really defining time for me. It was actually it was Bass Nectar that was my very first artist that I was like, oh my God, I really resonate with him. It was Magical World by Bass Nectar. That song changed my freaking life. But actually, as a DJ, it was actually Borgor because of his personality. So I was obsessed with the song Nympho. And
That was my favorite jam.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's
yeah.
hilarious. Oh my God, no, but I was so bad because I was like screaming Nympho in my room, and I was like, I'm gonna be like Borgor, and then I really didn't know how bad how bad it was, like at 13, like that. But I remember thinking, because I just loved, I don't know, I was like, I'm gonna message Borgor someday, and I'm gonna make a song and I'm gonna send it to him, and I bet you he's gonna like it. And I remember thinking that really hard, and I never did it. And so I also really loved Zed's Dead. Will say that's another one of my first inspirations. So, but anyway, I didn't start DJing until I got to college. I really didn't feel like school was totally resonating with me. I didn't really feel like I had a creative outlet at all. So I just randomly started DJing and got a little SB2 from Guitar Center. And yeah, I was doing shows within a couple of months because my friend hit me up and was like, hey, do you want to play this festival? And I was like, yeah, it was a little shindig on the beach. And and then after that I started DJing every week, and it was really crazy because I didn't really feel like I knew what I was doing, but I did learn a lot faster than I know that I would have on my own. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. You just gotta jump in and go. At least that's what we're all about here, open doors, right? So
Absolutely.
we applaud you on that one. And I wanted to reply to what you said earlier and say, yeah, we're really happy to have you on board here talking with us today too. So I'm interested in your DJ name. Your DJ name's Saratonin. I've heard a lot of unique DJ names in my time here and just in my time in the scene. So you want to tell me how you came across, making that name?
Yeah. So, well, my name is Sarah. We'll start with that. I took psychology in high school, and it actually was just I wasn't paying attention, and we were learning about the brain chemistry, and she started saying serotonin, And I said, huh? Like my teacher said that. And I was like, oh, I felt really awkward. And I was like, damn, that'd be a cool DJ name or artist name. So then like I became a rapper because I wasn't a DJ yet. So like at lunch, we would like, you know, like I would sit with boys and they would rap and I'd be like, yeah. And then I would start rapping too. And I would always rap about really silly things like chicken nuggets and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. And I was like, my rapper name was Saratonin, and you know, I would say things like "got your bitch moaning" and just around. So yeah, yeah, that's how that started. And then, but I always like low key. I was like, yeah, if I ever am a DJ, I'm gonna be like Serotonin. That's gonna be my name. So sure enough, I actually ended up becoming a DJ, and then my name is Serotonin. So
Word. All right. So back to the music. Well, let's talk about that. How do you think your early years experimenting with hip hop and maybe your love of Pokemon influences the way you go about sets these days, even with your love of dubstep and all that?
Well, I don't know if my Pokemon love has anything to do with it, but maybe.
Maybe deep.
Maybe eventually, yeah. I'll make like a Pokemon song, but I like as far as my sets go, that's what you're asking?
Yeah, your sets mixes.
Oh, okay. It's kind of just like what I try to involve a mixture of like melodic like female vocals, things like that, and like filthy drops is kind of like my thing. But like I've been really like into like deeper, more melodic stuff, and I kind of just like go with the flow. But I definitely like, you know, bass music in general like is kind of just my playing field, and I kind of just like, you know, whether I'm feeling like more like intimate or, you know, it depends on how I'm really feeling. I'm super hype. I mean, I'm always kind of hype, but you know, like whether, you know, I'm in my feels or not, it's just kind of how it goes. As far as like the way that I go about like curating my sets is I tend to base it off of a little bit of how I envision the show going slightly. Like, you know, if you're gonna want to do like a harder set for like that, you know, like I know like a lot of people in Houston, like, you know, they really like the harder stuff. They really like to go hard and headbang or whatever. But like, since I like to, I know that they like that, and I like that too. I'm like, great, I'm gonna go super hard for this set, but I'm also gonna bring it down. Like, I always want to try to incorporate some melodic stuff into it. You know, that's kind of just how I really go about it. As far as producing goes, that's a little bit different though.
So one thing that I saw that you're also into while I was checking out your socials, I noticed you had 2 meditation links posted in your link tree. Do you find that meditation helps you in an artistic way?
Yes. And but I won't say that like it's like if your meditation is such a process. Like it's not like, you know, you know, the first time that you meditate, you'll probably just be like, I do kind of like, I notice that like I'm a little bit more peaceful. You might not notice much at all. You might be kind of pissed off at yourself because you couldn't get yourself to focus a lot. Or, you know, everybody is different, but most, you know, it's just over time, it really begins to ground you more and more and more and more and more that you do it. And like, and don't beat yourself up for not being the greatest, because you have to let yourself fail in order to get better.
Word. Awesome. Thank you for that advice. And I think that's all the time we have for today. So I'm going to let you get to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been great. Bye.
Bye.